Good evening and welcome to another Chaska Hawks baseball game here in beautiful downtown Chaska at Athletic Park. Tonight the Hawks do battle with Benilde St. Margaret's, the Scarlet Knights, on Teacher Appreciation Night. So we're bringing you our live stream a little bit early as the teachers get announced here. Right now the coach is shaking hands, discussing the rules out on Athletic Park. As I mentioned, the Scarlet Knights are in town. They do have a record of 8-1 right now. Their lone loss coming to St. Thomas Academy. Chaska comes in 8-2 off a red-hot week, going 5-0 here. We wait for action to start. We will get the broadcast and the national anthem tonight, as well as announcing all the teachers that are in attendance. A few familiar faces for me. Hawks lineup tonight looking very familiar. Not too much has changed here. Carver Miller pitching, batting leadoff. Nolan Kemp out in center field, batting second. Dane Ham McNaughton catching, batting third. Drew Benson at first base as always, batting fourth. Maddox Foss manning shortstop, batting fifth. Henry Bushy after his big game, including that moonshot, batting sixth. Riley Killian out in right, batting seventh. Matthew Magnuson's a name we haven't called too often here on CHBN is DHing tonight. And Carson Atterbury getting his one of his first starts out in left field. Adam Hansen, of course, manning second base, and he will be DH'd for. On the other side, the Scarlet Knights counter with a familiar name for all Minnesota Twins fans. Caleb Koski, the sophomore, Indiana commit, is on the hill for Benilde St. Margaret's. Easton Bayfogle, Arizona commit, playing center field. Ben James, if you watch any of our basketball or football broadcasts, that name probably sounds a little familiar. He's playing short. Brady Yakosh playing left. Thomas Lee playing right. Sam Monk playing catcher. Dan Porish playing first. Connor Arman playing third. And Ben Thompson playing second. So the coaches shake hands here, and we're going to get this started with Teacher Appreciation Night. We go down to the field.
Coach Bowman leads with the value that schoolwork is the most important part of the student-athlete's journey. Schoolwork may be easy for some and takes a lot of work for others. The value of schoolwork is reiterated at all levels of high school baseball. I can share with you that student-athletes are held accountable to make sure they have good grades so that they can continue to play. We know that it takes all teachers to make a difference in student-athletes' lives and in our overall community. All teachers deserve applause because they do so much more than we will ever know with little fanfare. Teachers, thank you so much for making a difference, and let's give them all a big round of applause. In recognition of these teachers' efforts, Chaska Hawks varsity baseball team is hosting Teacher Appreciation Day. The following teachers were invited by the student-athletes to the game tonight to participate in this program and throw to first pitch. Teachers and athletes, as I call your name, you can go out to where we talked about. So Carson Atterbury, teacher Christina Johnson at Chaska High School, teaching English. Maddox Foss, teacher Andrew Gronowski, was Maddox's favorite teacher at Chaska Middle School West. I think he's still his favorite teacher. He teaches science. Lucas Hoosfeld, Arika Merrick, Lucas's favorite teacher at Chaska Middle School West, teaching English. Carver Miller, Coach Rob Jepson at Chaska High School, teaching personal wellness. Matthew Magnuson, teacher Jesse Longley at Chaska High School, teaching math. Drew Benson, teacher Amy Frederickson, Chaska High School, teaching math. Isaac Wicker, teacher John Earnhardt, Chaska High School, teaching science. Dane McNaughton, teacher Kate Kramer, Chaska High School, teaching science. Riley Killian, Emily Ridley, Chaska Middle School West, teaching science. Anthony Steinhoff, James Bach, Chaska High School, the principal. Adam Hansen, teacher Kelly Breyer, Chaska High School, teaching biology. Tyler Spielberger, teacher Eric Phillips, Chaska High School, teaching math. Nick Ekstrom, teacher Zach Williams, Chaska High School, teaching personal wellness. Nolan Kemp, teacher Lisa Tiernes, Chaska High School, teaching English. Henry Bushy, teacher Steve Peterson, Chaska High School, teaching Tech Ed. Dale Deschnau, teacher Kelly Harris, Chaska High School, teaching personal wellness. Connor Hartley, teacher Margaret Cassette, Chaska High School, teaching English. Grant Coleman, teacher Chris Linius, Pioneer Middle School, teaching science. Tonight, before we throw out our first pitch, we also want to recognize 4 of our own teachers and coaches and friends in our Chaska High School program. Coach Schladweiler with our 9th grade program, Coach Rob Jepson, who's out there with the teachers tonight, Coach Eric Walter, and Coach Brandon Arnold. We know that what you do makes a difference to all these players, not only on the baseball field, but what happens in your classroom and certainly in the game of life. So with that, players, let's go ahead and spread out. Get ready for that first pitch.
Tracy was out there working.
All right, teachers, it's your pitch.
That's fine. That sounds great. So there's the inaugural first pitch from all the teachers. A lot of familiar faces for me. Andy Gronowski down there. Coach Jepson as well. Petey. A lot of people that help shape my mind as well as the players out on the field. So we'll be right back after a quick break here, and we'll get back to the game here on CHBN.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks!
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend, and country cooking. Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
View me as a fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rifles, my soul's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a pile. I'm on top of the deck, just to look a giant dead in his head. And I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. Bring the rain through my era, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here and ready to get this game started, and starting lineups have been announced. The teachers threw out the first pitch here on Teacher Appreciation Night, and we're ready to get this action underway. Strong wind blowing in from right field, and as we get this thing started, I want to throw it to the Rome team for the keys to the game. Today's keys to the game is brought to you by Rome Team at Edina Realty. If you're looking for the keys to a new home, let the Rome team use their expansive network to find your next home. Go to www.rometeamrealestate.com. Again, that's www.rometeamrealestate.com to get in touch with Emily or Jan. Key tonight, going 1-0. The Hawks are on a 5-game win streak, and they've played some good baseball of late with solid pitching and defense in their wins last week. They're starting to get attention as they entered the top 10 rankings for the state, as I mentioned last game. So they're just looking to stay hot here against a very, very, very good Benilde team. They come in with a record of 8-1. Their one loss, as I mentioned earlier, coming to St. Thomas Academy. So the Hawks definitely have their work cut out for them, but they should be up to the task with Carver Miller on the hill. A little balmy out here, definitely humid. Sweating up in the press box, but I'm not going to complain after the cold start we had to this season. Kind of a nice little change. Athletic Park looking beautiful as always. A little bit of a weather scare here earlier, but we should be good to go for game time. You can see out in center field, obviously the wind is absolutely ripping in from right field. We'll see if that becomes a factor with hitting and pitching. Obviously anything towards the right side of the infield, right field is going to get knocked down pretty quickly. See if Killian's up for the test out there and right. So we start with Carver Miller, pitching to Caleb Koski, the pitcher for the Red Knights. Now at fastball misses just outside, 1-0 now to Koski. As I mentioned, Koski, the son of former twin third baseman Corey Koski. That fastball missed same spot just outside, 2-0 now. He'll be starting on the mound. He is committed to Indiana. And that four-seamer just missed for Carver as well, 3-0 now to Koski. Carver throws a four-seamer in the mid to high 80s. Counter it with a sweeping curveball that has kind of cutter action, little late break as Koski draws a walk to open this game. We know Miller likes to work quick. I'd expect that again tonight. That brings up Easton Fogel, excuse me. Brayvogel, the center fielder, is committed to Arizona next year, or Arizona State, excuse me. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Koski thought about stealing, but stayed put, and it's in for a strike. I'd expect Benilde to be very patient in the batter's box tonight. Tend to draw a lot of walks. And there's another four-seamer in for a strike. 0-2 now to Brayvogel. Beautiful day. Like I said, a little hot. We'll take it, though. Lots of people in the stands. Grandstand probably 3/4 full. Miller taking his time. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another fastball gets a swing and strike. First out of the game.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 1, Ben James.
Brings up the shortstop, Ben James. Excuse me, third baseman. So Miller gets his pitch, peeks at one and fires over. Koski dives back in safe. Excuse me, James is playing short. I was right the first time. Koski with another fairly big lead over at one. Miller peeks, sets and delivers. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. Expect Carver to lean heavily on his fastball in this game. As I mentioned, he will mix in the curveball that's got really, really good late action. You won't see the big snap that you see from Nolan Kemp, who's out in center this game, but it's got great late quick action. Runner takes off on a fastball. Throw a little wide, unable to get him. That's Nick Ekstrom behind the plate. Or excuse me, that was McNaughton behind the plate. I apologize. Act getting the night off right now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ben James hitting. Miller peeks at second. Runner takes off again. Koski on his way to third, and he is thrown out. Toast. McNaughton with an absolute pill over to third base. Bushy able to catch it and apply the tag, and then Bushy's head almost gets taken off on the throw by Hansen as they throw it around the horn. But the Hawks are out of a little bit of a jam there. Good start for Chaska. Koski caught stealing. Nice play there by McNaughton. He's really coming into his own behind the dish here for the Hawks. So 2-1 now to James. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to center field. Nolan Kemp giving chase. Looks like he's under it. Oh, and he not quite. Played it off the side of his glove. Now he's having a little trouble picking it up, and he fires it in. It's going to be cut off by Maddox Foss, but that will be probably an error on Nolan Kemp, a rare error. Wind must have gotten to him a little bit as he approached it. The wind blowing in from the right field heavily, like I said. I think Nolan thought the ball would carry a little bit more. But regardless, Ben James is aboard, and he's on third. Rare mishap for the Chaska defense as Carver starts this one off with a strike. He's facing off against Ben Yakish. Another fastball in for a strike. 0-2 now to Yakish. Carver is working from the windup. The runner on third. Shakes off McNaughton twice. Gets his pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball miss, just low and away. 1-2 now to Yakish. Big spot here for the Hawks to get out of this one unscathed. It's a 1-2 pitch. Tapped down the left field line, or right field line, excuse me, handled by Benson, but it was in foul territory. So Yakish will get another shot at it. Sun will be a little bit of an issue for the left side of the infield as well as left field. It's the 1-2 pitch. It's hit fairly well into left field. Carson Atterbury can't find it, and it drops down on the line. Yakish thought about second, but he didn't go after it. Yeah, Atterbury, one of the best athletes on this team, definitely lost that one in the sun, as I just mentioned. Wasn't able to find it. He had his glove up. He did everything right. It's just sometimes at this time of day, everything just kind of floats right into the sun when you're playing out in left field. Tough start there for the Hawks. Should have been out of the inning. So after the single, runner aboard at first. It brings up Thomas Lee. Lee takes a fastball in for a strike on the inside edge. Chaska's played so clean this year. It's one of the many reasons for their impressive record. It's the 0-1 pitch. In for a strike, caught the outside edge. Four-seamer with a little bit of tail.
Here you go, Carve.
0-2 now. Yakish with a little bit of a lead. There's another one laced out to left field. Atterbury's unable to handle it. He's going to have to give chase now. That one's out into the left field wall. Nolan Kemp there to back him up. He picks up the ball and fires it in. And there's another triple. So 2 unearned runs here for the Hawks in the first inning. Tough start. That brings up Sam Monk. I knew that sun would be an issue out there today. It's that time of year right now down at Athletic Park. I'd probably say the only flaw in the field is the way it's built right now is if you're playing at 7 o'clock early in the spring, late in the fall, that sun is always an issue. It's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses well. 2-0 now to Monk. Both four-seamers. Chaska needs to get out of this one. It's a 2-0 pitch. Fastball caught the inside edge. 2-1 now to Monk. Benilde's very aggressive on the base pass, but after the Koski was caught stealing, we'll see if they remain that way. Four-seamer missed way high. McNaughton climbed the ladder to go save a run. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Tapper to short. Foss backhands. Can't get it out of his glove and then fires and gets the runner at one. Nice play there by Maddox Foss. Tough situation. Short hop to the backhand. And the Hawks are able to get out of the inning. They did sacrifice 2 unearned runs. But we'll be right back here for the bottom half of the first. Hopefully Chaska can even this one up.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
We're back here on CHBN. I am Mike Schmidt, of course, as always, joined by my producer of PSB Media, Brett. Hawks trailing 2-0 after 2 unearned runs in the first. A couple mishaps in the outfield. And the Red Knights took advantage. Carver Miller up now to face against Caleb Koski. Koski, a sophomore, left-hander. Sits in the low 80s with his fastball. He does have a good pitch mix, though. He'll throw a changeup. He'll throw a curveball. As well, maybe even mixing a slider every once in a while. He missed low and away with that one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's hit hard by Carver Miller into left field. And the left fielder having trouble with the sun, just like the Hawks were. Miller on his horse, and he's going to be in for a stand-up double right off the bat. Good answer, good start for Carver Miller.
The center fielder, number 18, Nolan.
Carver's been a little bit frustrated with his hitting as of late, so it's nice to see him go out and tag something. Hit that one probably 300, two-hop the fence with that strong wind in. A good swing by the Hawks leadoff hitter, brings up Nolan Kemp. Kemper hasn't made an out in 2 games. He's been on fire lately. It's the 0-0 pitch. That one's tapped down foul. Third baseman playing in. I'm going to take a look at the baseball here, make sure it's still in decent shape. Looks to be. Third baseman now retreats a little bit. Understanding that Kemper's probably not going to lay a bunt down. And the left fielder definitely giving Kemper some leeway. He's playing almost on the fence. It's the 0-1 pitch. That one's tattooed to deep right center or left center field. It's got a chance. It's got a chance, and it's gone. Woo! Stay hot, Nolan Kemp. No, typically known for his pitching, but he just drove that one 385 feet to deep left center field, fighting the wind. And the Hawks have laced it up after 2 hitters. If No keeps playing like this, he's got a legitimate shot at Mr. Baseball right now. He's batting over 400. I don't think he's got an earned run allowed on the season. And that blast was very, very impressive. So 2-2 ball game now. Hawks and the Red Knights. Dane McNaughton up. Koski coming back with a curveball, and that one actually was a slider. And that slider slid in there good. 0-1 now for McNaughton. Sophomore maybe thinking he's going to have to go a little bit deeper into the pitching repertoire. Fastball missed up in the zone. Chaska should be comfortable with this velocity. The last 3 or 4 pitches they've faced have all sat high 70s, low 80s. The 1-1 pitch, that one missed low and away. 2-1 now for McNaughton. Koski gets his pitch, sets and delivers. Caught the outside edge just on the black. 2-2 now for McNaughton. That might be the farthest home run I've seen hit at Athletic Park since back when I was playing at Brad Hand. Sent one up over the scoreboard in right center field. Foul tip caught, so McNaughton will be retired.
Now batting for the Hawks, the first baseman, number 7, Drew Benson.
So 1 out now. Drew Benson digging in here for the Hawks. First baseman got on a couple of times last game, 2 line drive singles. Looks to build on that. Slider missed outside. Not quite enough snap to it for Koski. Talked with Nolan Kemp a little bit after his game on Saturday. It was extremely windy down here, and that's why he went to the curveball more often than the fastball. The fastball in on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, Kemper didn't have his best stuff that day, but they still pulled out a win against the top 10 team, so that's good for the Hawks. The slider missed up and away. 2-1 now to Benson. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slider missed on the outside half. Sophomore Koski going to a lot of his off-speed stuff after he got tattooed in the first two at bats. So 3-1, little slide step from Koski, and here we go. Fastball hit hard to right field. If it wasn't for the wind, it probably gets up over the head of the right fielder out there. That was Thomas Lee, but Lee's able to track it down and make the one-handed grab. 2 down here now for the Hawks. Brings out Maddox Foss for the Hawks. Foss had that nice backhand play to end the first. Get the Hawks out of a little bit of a jam with that runner on third last inning. In the top half of the first. Here's the pitch. Little tapper towards short. Handled by James. James fires a strike over to the first baseman. That is Ben Porish, and the Hawks are retired. But not before they tied up the game. 2-2 here. Chaska. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, including the massive bomb from Nolan Kemp and the leadoff double for Carver Miller. So we got ourselves a ball game here, folks. We'll be right back on CHBN after a short break.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here on CHBN. Tie game, 2-2. Both teams 2 runs, 2 hits. Only difference is the Chaska error that allowed Benilde to score those 2 runs. As I mentioned, Nolan Kemp, the center fielder today, went Yabo with Carver Miller on the second. Miller starts off this inning with a good fastball. McNaughton giving chase, unable to make the play in a diving effort. Good effort by the catcher. Tough one got up into the sun over the grandstands. He gave chase, wasn't able to quite get there. Dan Porish hitting for the Red Knights, first baseman. So 0-1 now to Porish. Big righty. There's that late action on the curve that I mentioned from Carver Miller. He doesn't have that big snapping hook, but the action comes so late, it's tough on hitters. It really is a solid curveball. Good punch-out pitch. Here's the 0-2. Another curveball. That one's tapped on the left field line. It's going to get out of play. Solid hands down there by the third base coach, head coach Andy Judkins for the Red Knights. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back directly into grandstand here. Caught by our fence netting, or netting fence. Remains 0-2. Miller continuing to work quick, gets his pitch. Fastball missed up. Maybe a little bit of setup pitch there, throwaway pitch. 1-2 now to Porsche. 1-2 pitch, tapped to third. Bushy giving chase, handles it. On the run, he makes the throw. Unable to get it there. Benson attempted to scoop, but wasn't able to pick it clean. Snuck past him, and another Hawks there. Good job there by Riley Killian to back that play up, minimizing the damage, but Porsche did get to second on the play. All right, Connor Armand now digging in the third baseman for the Red Knights. Chaska shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here tonight. The 0-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside edge in for a strike. And Chaska's played so clean so far this year. Errors have been few and far between. When they have had them, they've been able to pitch out of the situation, but tonight's been a little different. Curveball snap, just missed a little high. 1-1 now. Corners are up in bunt position just in case. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Kemper giving chase. Unable to handle it cleanly. Runner will not advance though. It's Porish. But Porish doesn't run exceptionally well, and Nolan Kemp's got one of the best arms in center field in the state. So now we got first and third. Nobody down here for the Hawks. Magic Man Dane McNaughton out there giving the call with this first and third situation. Brings up Ben Thompson, the second baseman for the Red Knights. Here's the pitch. Fastball in for a strike. Carver's got to attack Thompson here. Thompson, the 9-hitter. Obviously, Koski coming up next. So 0-1. No outs. Modest leads for both runners. Here's the pitch. That one's tap foul. Snuck past McNaughton. 0-2 now for Thompson. Ended up being a pretty beautiful night down here at Athletic Park, minus the wind, as I mentioned. Miller gets his pitch, peaks, and 0-2 delivery. Curveball popped up in the infield. Foss giving chase. Should be able to avoid anything, and he's unable to make the catch. So they fired into second, and the runner is retired at second. That is Armin. No infield fly rule called there. So after that fielder's choice, unconventional fielder's choice, it brings up leadoff hitter Caleb Koski. Koski, as I mentioned, reached on a walk in his first at-bat, stole second, and attempted to steal third and was caught. And there's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Thompson over there very active at first. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him take off here soon. But with Porsche over at third, I don't think he's going to be running anywhere. Miller fires over to 1. No tag applied as Thompson's able to get in there. Still 0-1 now for Koski. Here's the pitch. Curveball, got him swinging. McNaughton lost that one in the dirt, but he popped up quickly, was able to handle it. I think Porsche over at third base runs about 6'1", probably 240, so not too much of a threat to run. Surprised Thompson didn't take off there, though. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Thompson takes off. Tapper back to Miller. Miller unable to handle it. Looks like it's going to be just kind of a garbage infield single. And it is. So Miller unable to handle the tapper right back to him. Snuck past him. Both middle infielders were running to cover second on the steal attempt. Benilde got away with one. Brings up Easton Brayfogle. Brayfogle struck out in his first at bat. Takes a fastball low and inside for a ball. 1-0 now. So base is juiced. 1 out. 0-1 count to Brayfogle. Miller sets and delivers. That one's tap foul. Looks like it caught Brayfogle while he's still in the box. Evening the count at 1. As I mentioned, it was Teacher Appreciation Night, coming on the heels of Teacher Appreciation across the state of Minnesota last week. My beautiful wife is a teacher. I want to give her a shout out, as well as all of our teacher friends and family. Miller missed on a fastball with that one. McNaughton did a good job to slide over to his left and block it, preventing any damage. 2-1 now to Brayfogle. Wind shifted and is blowing straight out to center now, and that one's tattooed down the right field line. It's going to land 2 feet foul, though. Hawks catch a little bit of a break. So just a long strike for Brayfogle. 2-2 now. And Killian might have thought that one was fair. He gave chase like his life depended on it. So 2-2 here. Miller working from the windup. Would love to see a little backdoor curveball here. We'll see if we can see it. Here's the pitch. 4-seamer. Foul down the left field line. It's going to sneak out of play. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good job, Carver. Curveball on the inside edge, got Brayfogle. He sits down for the second time tonight. Not often he strikes out 2 times in a game, let alone a week. Brings up Ben James. Ben reached on an error in the first. Kind of a little lazy fly ball out to center field. Nolan Kemp wasn't able to handle it with that wind out there. The 0-0 pitch as the bases are still loaded. Curveball unable to catch the outside edge. 1-0. Miller working quick. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball in for a strike, evening the count at 1. Here's the delivery. Tapper towards second. Handled by Hansen, and he's flipping to second, and the Hawks are out of a jam there. Good job by Chaska. Carver Miller pitching his way out of a little bit of trouble there. So we head into the bottom half of the second inning. Chaska tied with the Red Knights here on CHBN. 2-2. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
We're back here on CHBN. Game still knotted at 2. Benilde's got 4 hits and 2 runs. Chaska's got 2 runs on 2 hits, including the massive bomb by Nolan Kemp. Difference tonight so far has been Chaska's 2 errors. Henry Bushy digging in. Koski still on the bump here for the Red Knights. Koski gets his pitch, slide step and delivery. Tapper to second. Big, generous hop there for the second baseman for the Red Knights. That's Thompson. He flips it over to Porish, and they got their first out.
The right fielder, number 10, Riley Killian.
So Bushy's retired on 1 pitch. Bushy, of course, had the home run for the Hawks the other day. Moonshot that landed at about 347. And that brings up Riley Killian. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Killian. Killian flails out that one, taps it foul down the left field line. It's going to get out of play. I apologize. We lost our center field camera. We're going to send out our well-paid crew to go fix that as we make the adjustments. Killian hits that one hard into right center field. That's going to be down for a single, maybe extra bases. Looks like Killian's going to hold up. Good piece of hitting by Riley Killian, who's been on fire as of late. Stopped over at my parents' place before this game, and my dad had mentioned how hot Killian's been lately.
The designated hitter, number 5, Matthew Magnuson.
Killian extra dangerous on the base pass. He does have great speed, starting right fielder. Brings up Matthew Magnuson, though. Magnuson hasn't gotten too many plate appearances so far this year, but he's going to look to take advantage of it as DH. Koski missed low and away there on a 4-seamer. 1-0 now to Magnuson.
Let's go, Cinco.
Wind's still ripping out there in center field, as you can see on your broadcast. Koski peaks at first and then delivers. We got a little change up there in for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Magnuson digs in. Wouldn't be surprised to see Killian take off here. His lead is fairly modest with the lefty on the hill, though. He's dancing, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Magnuson on a fastball low and away. 1-2. Coaching staff likes Magnuson's bat a lot. Hopefully get him a few more at-bats as this season continues to work away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, missed high. Said curveball is a little bit more of a frisbee slider. Koski works from that 3/4 arm slot. Doesn't get too much snap on the downward motion, but it definitely changes planes a little bit. The 4-seamer tapped toward short. Handled by the shortstop, flipped to second. They fire it over to first, and Magnuson is retired. So that's a double play, ending the Hawks inning. Nice play there by the shortstop. That was Ben James. A good flip by Ben Thompson over to Porish, and the Hawks inning is done. So we'll be right back here for the top half of the 3rd inning. Chaska and the Red Knights still knotted at 2.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend. And country cooking, Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
View me as a fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rivals. My son's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a block. I'm on top of the deck, just to look a giant dead in his eye. I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. Bring the rain through my aura, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Welcome back here on CHBN. Chaska 2, Benilde St. Margaret's 2. Beautiful night down here at Athletic Park. We join in action. Carver Miller catches on the outside edge for a fastball, or with a fastball. In for a strike. 1-0 now to Brady Yakish. Yakish, the four-hitter for Benilde. A single in his first at-bat. Flailed at that one, sent it down the left field line. It's going to be out of play. Sun shouldn't be an issue now for both sides. Down behind the grandstand as a young fan gives chase to go get that foul ball. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Miller. Fastball tapped towards second, handled by Hansen, and flipped over to Benson. Yakish is retired. Hansen doesn't get a lot of at-bats, but he's been so good with the glove at second base. So that'll bring up Thomas Lee, the right fielder. Lee had a triple in his first at-bat. Takes that four-seamer on the outside edge for a strike, 1-0. So one down here, wind shifting a little bit out to left. Fastball low and in the dirt, sneaks past McNaughton, evening the count at 1. Miller working quick. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball missed up above the belt. 2-1 now for Lee. Lee made a nice play with his glove, too, back in the second inning. Or, excuse me, the first inning. The fastball caught the outside edge, 2-2. Lee takes a step out, thinking about it. Carver looking to work quick here, and he does. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball tap foul down the right field line. Just got a hold of it. Staying alive. As I mentioned, the wind's definitely shifted. It was blowing hard in from right field, now blowing heavily out to left. Any pop fly out there will be an adventure. Miller shakes off his catcher, now gets his pitch. Here's 2-2 pitch. Fastball missed up. 3-2 now for Lee. Little chatter from both dugouts. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball hit hard. Nolan Kemp playing in. Going to have to give chase. Won't be able to get to it. Lee's on his horse. He's heading for second. Kemper fires it in. And that's a stand-up double. So one down after that double, one down remains. Lee on second, and that brings up Sam Monk. Miller having a little bit of a conversation with the umpire. Everything seems to be good to go. So runner on second, one down. Lee, the right fielder, does have decent speed. Hansen making him think about it. Four-seamer right back to Miller off his glove. Handled by Hansen. He's going to fire it over to Benson. The Hawks have him retired, so the runner did advance to third on the play. That'll score as a sack for Monk. Lee moved over, but the Hawks have another out. It brings up Dan Porish. Porish reached on an error in his first at-bat. Big third baseman was stranded on second in the last inning. He's in for a strike. Four-seamer on the outside edge. 0-1 count now for Porish. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball missed outside. So with Lee on third, he's over there dancing. Miller is operating out of the windup. Ignoring that runner a little bit here with 2 down. 1-1 pitch. Fastball up in the zone. Gets Porsche with a big swing and a miss. 1-2 now. One and two. Carver just worrying about the hitter. Here we go. Fastball missed up in the zone. 2-2 now for Porsche. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball got him swinging. Nice pitch, Carver, to pitch his way out of another little mini jam here. That's Carver's third strikeout of the day. We'll be right back here on CHBN for the bottom half of the third. Chaska and the Red Knights both knotted up at 2.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
A fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rivals. My son's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a block. I'm on top of the deck, just to look a giant dead in his eye. I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. Bring the rain through my era, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with.
Welcome back here on CHBN. I'm Mike Schmidt, of course, joined by my producer, Brett, as always. We resume action here in the bottom half of the third. Carson Atterbury digging in against Caleb Koski. Atterbury getting the start in left field here tonight. Here's the 0-0 pitch from Koski. Fastball missed low and away. 0-1 now for Atterbury. Atterbury's got quick hands through the zone. Decent power to all fields. It's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in for a strike on the outside edge. Fastball, 1-1. Third base corner is playing in. Ready for a bunt. Lefty Koski gets his pitch, sets, and delivers. Hard hit in the right center field. Carson Atterbury, that away. So Atterbury's aboard with the leadoff single.
Now batting for the Hawks, the pitcher, number 4, Carver.
That brings up Carver Miller. Little different. Tommy Hansen getting the night off here for the Hawks. He's usually that second leadoff hitter in the 9-hole. Carson Atterbury doing a good job of filling in that role with a leadoff single. Koski misses on a curveball there. Atterbury is going to be moving towards second. Mentioned Atterbury's speed earlier. He's definitely an electric athlete. Him and Carver Miller tag team the slot wide receiver position for the Hawks this past fall. So 0-1 now to Miller. Miller started this game off with a big double. Scored later on that home run by Nolan Kemp. There's the pitch. That one missed low and away, and Atterbury's moving again. Not going to get him. Atterbury's the third now, using his speed. (0-2) now to Miller. Almost anything in play should probably score a run now. Sure Carver will be patient. Just seeing those two sliders down in the dirt. Is the pitch. Fastball missed up and away. 3-0 now to Miller. Carver, smart hitter. I'm sure he's just going to, didn't even get the red light. He'd probably take one, though, knowing Nolan's been so hot behind him. Anything on base is a good result. There's a fastball in for a strike. Definitely had the take sign. 3-1 now for Carver. Koski steps off. Didn't like what he was seeing. Miller readjusts and gets set. Koski now gets his pitch. 3-1 to Miller. Fastball in for a strike. Miller thought he had a ball on the outside edge. Tossed the bat over to Nolan in the batter's box. He's going to have to reset here. Little conversation with the home plate ump, just saying, hi, that's fine as long as I get it next game or next inning. Full count now to Miller. Koski gets his pitch, slide step and delivery. Missed up and away, so Miller earns his walk. Good patience there for Carver Miller, the senior pitcher.
The center fielder, number 18, Nolan Kemp.
So that brings up Nolan Kemper. No, as I mentioned, hit about a 375, 380-foot bomb in his first at-bat. Out to deep left center field, hit right at our camera over at the light pole. Expect Koski to be a little bit more careful now, seeing Kemper. Working from the stretch with runners at first and third. Fastball caught the outside edge. Kemper didn't like it, neither did I. That one looked like it missed outside. Maybe the catcher was set up on the inside half of the plate. So 0-1 now for Nolan. Modest lead for Miller over at first. Decent sized lead for Atterbury at third. Here's the pitch. Curveball missed high. So 1-1 now for Kemp. Little surprised he didn't take a run at that belt high slider. Is the 1-1 pitch. That one missed out and away. 2-1 now for Kemp. Chaska being a little conservative here on the base pass, just given how good Kemper's been lately. It kind of makes sense. Don't want to give any easy outs. Koski looks at first, now delivers. Fastball. Big swing by Kemp, unable to get a hold of it. 2-2 now. Catcher Sam Monk thought about a snap throw down to third, but held on to it. 2-2, Koski shakes off his catcher twice, now a third time, finally getting his pitch. Here's the 2-2 delivery. That one's fouled up, and it looks like it might stay in play, and it does. Catcher unable to make the catch, though. So new life here for Kemp. Would have been a heck of a play by Monk as he gave chase, headed straight to his dugout. Did a little slide trying to make the play. Unable to come up with it, though. Sounded like it hit off his glove. My view was a little blocked by the Benilde dugout. So it remains 2-2. Koski versus Kemp. Here's the pitch. That one missed low and inside. Good job by Monk again, sliding over to block that one. 3-2 now for Kemp. Wouldn't be surprised. Carver Miller will probably take off on the pitch here. We'll see. Koski steps off, not liking what he saw. A little sweat on his hands. He re-gripped the ball, wiped his hand off. Now he's ready to go again, gets his pitch. Here we go, 3-2. Runner takes off, and that is strike three. Kemper can't believe it. And neither can I. It looked like the ball was in the dirt. Try to remain pretty partial here, but that was horrific. That ball was in the dirt. And it wasn't even a breaking ball. That was a fastball that missed in the dirt. Kemper was halfway to first before he knew he was rung up. So 1 out now, runners on second and third for the Hawks. Hopefully Carver can get this strike zone next inning. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hammered by McNaughton through the gap, and that's going to score one. Late jump for Miller as he had to wait for that ball to sneak past him, but the Hawks have their lead. First lead of the night. Good hit by Dane Magic McNaughton.
Now batting for the Hawks, the first baseman, number 7, Drew Benson.
Brings up Drew Benson. Chaska now with the 3-2 lead. And we're going to get a Rome Team Realty visit to the mound. If you're going to visit anywhere, visit www.rometeam at Realty to find the keys to your next home, whether you're looking to buy or sell. Visit Emily or Jan at Edina Realty. As the mound visit takes place, we will get a little bit of a double switch here. With the pitcher and catcher both aboard, we're going to sub them out. It looks like Wicker's going to run at first. And Ekstrom's running over at third. I believe that's Ekstrom at least. Going to need a spotter here if I keep doing this for a couple more years. My eyes are going on me. Yep, I was right. It's Ek. So Nick Ekstrom over at third. Isaac Wicker at first. Brings up Drew Benson. Benson flew out to deep right field in his first at-bat. Battled that wind. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball missed up. Oh, caught the edge. Wow. This strike zone is expanding as we go on this game. It was a fastball that caught the edge. That'd be one thing, but that was a curveball that definitely missed the plate. So Koski sets, peeks at one, and delivers. That's curveball low and in the dirt. One now. Little check swing. They said he didn't go. He absolutely didn't.
Let's go, Drew.
His hips rotated, but the bat remained on his shoulder. So 1-1. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Wicker take off here. Quick throw over to first. Almost snuck past Porish. Had to make a diving play just to keep that one in the infield. Could have been an easy one there for the Hawks. Koski taking his time, now stepping off. Definitely a different tempo, different pace for these two pitchers. Carver likes to work very quickly for the Hawks. Koski taking his time, peeks at one, now delivers. Off speed, down and in the dirt, gets Benson swinging. 1-2. Temperature's starting to drop here. Absolutely gorgeous night now at Athletic Park. 1-2 pitch, runner takes off. That's Wicker. Looks like it's going to score a run. Fire over to first to retire Benson, but he did his job. Sacrifice to get the Hawks a 4-2 lead now. So Wicker took off on that play, definitely helping avoid a double play situation. He slid in safe to second. Benson was retired at first, but Ekstrom scored from third, so that brings up Foss with Wicker on second now. Maddox grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Love to see him find a gap here. For watching at home, and you can see it, the left fielder playing extremely deep for the Red Knights. Right fielder not so much. Koski gets his pitch, peeks back at Wicker and delivers. Four-seamer missed on the inside edge. 1-0 now for Foss. Foss has had a good year. It's only a matter of time until he really drives on something here. I believe he had a double a couple of games ago. I'd like to see another one here. A hard hit ball down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. It looks like it's staying in play. Lots of swirling wind and an acrobatic diving catch by the right fielder. Thomas Lee got spun around by that wind. That ball looked to be drifting foul. Came back into play, and Lee made a diving catch to retire Foss. Would have been extra bases and a run scored, but Lee made a nice play. So after 3 innings, Chaska Hawks 4, Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights 2. Here on CHBN, we'll be right back.
Smaller name horizon, but there's so many rivals. My son's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a block. I'm on top of the deck, just to look a giant dead in his head. I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. Bring the rain through my era, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder. My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
We're back here on CHBN. Chaska 4, Benilde St. Margaret's 2. Carver Miller starting it off with an outside fastball in for a strike. I shouldn't say outside half fastball. He's battling Connor Armand, third baseman for the Red Knights. That one missed low and away, even in the count at 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Miller. Hard hit ball towards second, handled by Tommy Hansen. All season, Tommy just seems to be in the right spot.
The second baseman, number 5, Ben Thompson.
After that line out, that brings up Ben Thompson. Thompson, the 9-hitter, reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. There's a curveball down in the dirt, low and away from Miller, 1-0 to Thompson. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball missed on the outside edge. Carver's asking where was that when I got caught run up for a strike on the same pitch. I'd argue he's got a case. This is a 2-0 pitch. That one missed away. 3-0 now. Benilde starting to chatter a little bit from the dugout, giving Miller a hard time. So 1 down. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It's in for a strike. 3-1 now to Thompson. Something the Hawks pitching staff has done so well this year is not losing guys late in the lineup. Not many walks in general, but they definitely attack the strike zone against the bottom half of the order, and there's a strike on the outside edge. Little complaint from Thompson. I don't know if he saw last inning, but there was a couple of questionable strike calls for the Hawks as well. So 3-2 now. Here we go. Fastball tapped towards short. Foss giving chase, handles it, and fires a strike over to Benson. Man, Maddox Foss is smooth over there at short.
Red Knights go back to the top of the order. The pitcher, number 27, Caleb Chaska.
Foss could absolutely be more involved on the mound for the Hawks here, but he's just so valuable with his glove at short. He brings elite athleticism, and his footwork is absolutely phenomenal. The 0-0 pitch to Koski, the leadoff hitter. That one missed up with a curveball. 1-0. Koski's got a walk, and then he was caught stealing and a single on the day. Four-seamer caught the outside edge. Koski kind of disagreed. He got a couple last inning. He knows, though. So 1-1 now to 27. Fastball tap towards third. Koski trying to beat it out, unable to as Bushy makes a nice play, delivers a strike to Benson. Good, clean frame there for Carver Miller. So still 4-2 here, 5 hits apiece. We'll be right back for the bottom half of the fourth inning here on CHBN.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder. My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
We're back here joining live action. Henry Bushy hitting for the Hawks against Koski. Missed a strike there, but now we're back at 1-1. Koski gets his pitch and sets. Slider in for a strike. 1-2 now to Bushy. Koski shakes off his catcher once, gets his pitch, slide step delivery, missed up and away, 2-2. Wind shifted a bit out to center here, and here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's nubbed off the end of the bat, out of play down the right field line. Still 2-2 here for Henry. Bushy grounded out to second in his first appearance. That one's popped back up over the grandstand and out of play. So Bushy gathers himself. Koski gets his pitch. Here's the 2-2 delivery. That one missed wide. 3-2 now to Bushy. 3-2, Koski taking his time, but now he's ready, and here we go. Slider in for strike three, caught the outside edge. So Bushy is retired. It's Koski's third K of the day. Brings up Riley Killian. Killy had a single in his first at-bat. Later went on to score. Koski got his pitch. Monk sets up on the outside edge. Here's it. And that's in for a strike. I mentioned Killian's been one of the hotter hitters here for the Hawks so far this year. Continued that with his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one curveball missed up and right at Killian's head. Ducks out of the way though, no harm, no foul. Little chatter from Chaska's dugout. And here's the 1-1 pitch from Koski. Here's a slider in for a strike on the inside edge. One and two now for Killy. Koski sets and delivers. That one missed up and away. 2-2 now. Both teams with 5 hits. Chaska 4 runs, including the big bomb from Nolan Kemp. Only reason Benilde's on the board right now is the 2 Chaska errors. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball down the right field line. That's going to get past Porish. Lee giving chase. Gets it, comes up firing. Not in time, though. Killian's aboard with a double. Killian staying hot. That a baby Riley. Riley's working his way up the lineup right now. He's put together a string of very impressive at-bats. With that one-out double, it brings up Matthew Magnuson. Magnuson grounded to short for a double play in his first at-bat. Not an option in this one. It's the 0-0 pitch. Missed up and in. 1-0 now for Mags. Killian with a good-sized lead over at second. Koski peaks and then delivers. Caught the block on the outside half. In for a strike. 1-1. Standard setup right now for the Benilde's defense. Second baseman Ben Thompson holding Killian. Is that off-speed pitch missed outside? So 2-1 now from Mags. Love to see him find a gap here. Koski taking his time. Mag calls time. Killian with about a 7-step lead over at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hammered into the left center field gap. Both one hop off the wall. Center fielder fields it now. Both left and center gave chase. And Killy's going to score from second. Mags, big time double to deep left center field. That one landed at about 350. The fence was 355. Just a short hop into it. Good at bat there by Mags.
The left fielder, number 1, Carson Ackerberry.
It's a 5-2 Hawks lead now on 7 hits. Koski still on the hill for the Red Knights. That brings up Carson Atterbury. Atterbury had a hard hit line drive single in his first at bat and then promptly stole second and then third and then scored later on. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Up and in. 1-0. Little bit of a shift here for Atterbury. Koski shakes off his catcher. Atterbury calls time. Settling himself in. Koski now finally gets his pitch. Peeks back at second and delivers. Little flare into shallow center field. That's going to get down. Nice piece of hitting there by Atterbury. Atterbury thinking about it, and he's going to stay put at first with Magnuson staying put at third. So first and third now, one down after Atterbury gets his second single of the night. Good piece of hitting there by the junior. Got a tough pitch on the outside edge, threw his bat out at it and flared one into center. It brings up the top of the order. Carver Miller now batting for the Hawks. So Monk goes out, has a little conversation with the sophomore Koski. As we get a second here, we're going to peek ahead. Chaska has Waconia here on the road on Wednesday, and then we're back home Thursday for New Prague. Then we get a little bit of a break here, and the next home game after that's the 18th against Bloomington Kennedy with Robbinsdale Cooper sandwich in between. So we resume. Here's the pitch from Koski. Hit hard down the right field line, just fouled by Miller. So 0-1 now for Miller. Would expect Atterbury to go maybe in this next pitch. One out, 0-1. Curveball, tap back against the fence here in the grandstand. 0-2 now for Miller. Maybe a good double steal situation here. Atterbury with a modest lead. Koski does have a quick move over to first, coming from the lefty standpoint. Here's the pitch. Atterbury takes off. It's a tapper into the gap. Atterbury's going to advance to third. Beautiful execution there by the Hawks. Atterbury took off on the play. Second baseman had to cover, and Miller snuck it through that hole with a little seeing-eye single. Carver Miller, third at bat. That's his third time on base.
The center fielder, number 18.
And a run scored for Magnuson. So after that single first and third for the Hawks with probably their two fastest players on the team, Miller at first, Atterbury at third. Brings up one of the hottest hitters in the state, Nolan Kemp. Kemp went Yabo on his first at-bat. He takes a fastball low and outside, and Miller advances on the steal. 1-0 now for Nolan. Now we're going to get a courtesy here for Miller after the steal. It's going to be Nick Ekstrom out there to run for Miller. So ducks are on the pond for Nolan Kemp. Ekstrom with a huge lead, infield in for the Red Knights. Kemper takes a slider in for a strike, 1-1. Miller got rung up on a questionable strike call in his last at-bat. So here we go, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Second and third for the Hawks. That one's tap foul. 1-2 now for Kemp. Kemper moved into the 2-hole in the lineup about a week and a half ago, and he's done damage ever since. Was hitting 5 earlier this year, just want to get him more at bats, so they moved him up a little bit in the order, and it's paid off here for the Hawks. Koski resets on the hill. After stepping off, now he gets his pitch. Peeks back at second. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fastball above the belt. Just misses. 2-2 now for Kemp. Outfield playing a little deeper here for Kemper. So 2-2. Koski peeks at second again, sets and delivers. Slider missed above the belt again. Second baseman thought he had it. That was Ben Thompson. He wanted that call. So 3-2 now for Kemp. Infield is still in for the Knights, allowing Ekstrom the ability to get an extra step or two on the lead. Anything in the outfield should score him. It's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball low and away, and Kemper swung and missed. He's arguing that he tipped it. But Kemper is retired. Look back at the ump saying he tapped that one. They didn't give him the call, though. A little frustration from Kemp as he heads into the dugout. Brings up McNaughton. McNaughton looking to bust this one open here. Hawks would love a nice 6-run lead. So 2 down, second and third. Koski sets on the hill, peeks in, gets his pitch. McNaughton's ready. McNaughton singled in his last at-bat. Here we go. Slider missed low and in. 1-0 now for McNaughton. Ekstrom runs extremely well, specifically for a guy who primarily catches when he is playing defense at second base. That one's tap foul. Benson tries to handle it down the first base line or third base line, unable to, but it's out of play. 1-1 now for McNaughton. Should mention the Red Knights infield has retreated back to standard depth. Wind's starting to settle a little bit, but now it's blowing out to center field. There's the 1-1 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-1 now for McNaughton. Good job there by Monk to block that one. Now the wind's picking up. Definitely gusting out there to dead center. Here's the pitch. That one's hit hard down the left field line, but it's going to sneak just foul, maybe a foot foul. Atterbury on third did a good job of avoiding getting hit by that one. Temperatures dropping considerably in the last 5-10 minutes. So that sun starts to disappear. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Koski sets. Hesitation in this delivery and misses up and away. 3-2 now. Big spot here for McNaughton, the 3-hitter for the Hawks. The way this game has gone, Chaska definitely needs to extend this lead out. Koski shakes off his catcher twice, and then McNaughton calls time. Wouldn't be surprised to see a slider here from Koski. That's probably what he's looking for. I think he gets it this time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Hard hit ball into deep left center field. The left center fielder giving, or right center fielder giving Chase heck of a play. Running catch as he runs into the wall. That was Brayfogle. Traveled probably 30 yards to go get that one with a one-handed grab, and then took 2 steps and made contact with the wall. Nice play there by Brayfogle. So Chaska did extend the lead out. 6-2 here as we head into the top half of the 5th. We'll be right back on CHB.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend. And country cooking, Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
So we're back here on CHBN. Brayfogle, after that great play in the field, leading off for the Red Knights. Hits that one up down the left field line, and it's going to trail foul. 0-1 now to Brayfogle. Miller back out to answer the bell here for the 5th. Brayfogle saved a couple of runs with that running catch in the last inning. Heck of an effort. Traveled a good distance to run that one down. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Miller catches the outside edge with that one. 0-2 now to Miller. Brayfogle 0 for 2 tonight with 2 Ks. Miller gets his pitch, and Brayfogle calls time. I mentioned the center fielder probably traveled 30 yards to go get that last one. A heck of an effort. Saved a couple of runs. So the sun drops beautiful here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball four-seamer with a heck of a tail. Breyfogle sits down for the third time. 3 Ks for the D1 commit. Carver Miller's got his number tonight. Brings up Ben James, shortstop. He reached on air in the first and then grounded out to Maddox Foss in his last at-bat. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside edge, in for a strike.
Strike zone's getting looser.
Miller settled down after the kind of hectic first here for the Hawks. He's been pitching well, kind of on cruise control ever since as that fastball misses away. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off speed in the dirt. 2-1 now. I mentioned it's been a while since Carver gave up a hit. He hasn't given up a hit in almost 3 innings. It's that fastball misses. 3-1 now. Crucial part of the game here. Top half of the 5th, facing the 2-3-4 hitters. There's the 3-1 pitch. That one got the outside edge right on the black. 3-2 now to James. Miller shakes off McNaughton, shakes him again, gets his pitch, sets. And here's the delivery. Fastball gets a swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks here for Miller. 5 Ks on the night, including 3 for Breyfogle. That brings up Brady Akash. Akash, the left fielder, had a single in the first and then grounded out to second. Takes that one just above the belt for a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball in for a strike. Nice late breaking action there. 1-1 now for Miller. Check swing on the breaking ball, and they're going to say it's a strike. 1-2 now for Miller. Good job. So you get Kosh digging in here. Wind shifted out to dead center. You can hear flags rattling. And there's strike 3 for Carver Miller. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Red Knights, all sat down in order by Carver Miller. 6 strikes on the evening. You got a 6-2 Hawks lead here on CHBN. We'll be right back for the bottom half of the 5th.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder. My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks!
Back here on CHBN, Chaska still leads 6-2 over the Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's. Little shift here as we move into the bottom half of the fifth. Koski takes a seat after going 4 innings, allowing 6. Andy Johnson, the right-hander, now on the hill for Benilde St. Margaret's, starts it off with a curveball that misses outside and away. 1-0 now as Drew Benson's digging in for the Hawks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 4-seamer in. Belted to shallow center by Benson. And Brayfogel's under it, and he makes the play, so Benson is retired.
The shortstop, Maddox Foss.
So with 1 out now, that brings up Maddox Foss, facing off against Andy Johnson. Johnson, the righty. 4-seamer with a little bit of a tail, and he throws a curveball with late breaking action. Kind of looks like a cutter almost. There's another fly out to Brayfogel. This time it was Foss. So a quick 2 up, 2 down for the Hawks.
The third baseman, Henry Bushy.
After the pitching change for the Red Knights, no action in either bullpen. Expect Carver Miller to come back out here for the 6th. Brings up Hank Bushy. Henry 0 for 2 on the night. Takes a fastball that caught the block on the outside edge there from Johnson. Struck out in his second at-bat. His first at-bat, he grounded out to second base. Love to see Hank get a hold of something here. It's the 0-1 pitch. That one, same spot, caught that outside edge. 0-2 now. So Bushy digging in, down 0-2. Johnson sets and delivers. There's a fastball up in the zone, gets a swinging strike 3 from Bushy, and maybe the quickest half inning we've had all year. Hawks are retired, but they still lead 6-2. We'll be right back for the top half of the 6th here on CHBN.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend. And country cooking, Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
View me as a fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rifles, my son's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a pile. I'm on top of the deck just to look at.
Back here on CHBN for the top half of the 6th inning. Chaska 6 on 9 hits. They do have 2 errors. Benilde 2 unearned runs on 5 hits, both coming in the first. Thomas Lee digging in, and there's a tapper down the right field line. Hard bounce, but Benson handles it. Heck of a play, and Carver Miller there to cover first. So 1 pitch, 1 retired for Miller. Good job there by Benson. Ball must have hit a pebble down that right field line. Rare bad bounce down here at Athletic Park, but Benson was able to handle it. Brings up Sam Monk. Monk behind the dish for the Red Knights. Had a sacrifice in his last at-bat, and he grounded out to short in his first. Takes a fastball up and away from the zone for a 1-0 count. Little action now in Chaska's bullpen as Miller fires a fastball in. Monk hit that one hard out into right center, or left center field, excuse me. Nolan Kemp sees it, calls it, and makes a one-handed grab. So Monk is retired. Good job there by Nolan, taking control of the outfield, traveling a good distance to go make that play. Steinoff up in the Chaska bullpen, coming off a great start on Friday night. Miller working quick here to Porish. Porish, big swing and a miss. 0-1 now for the first baseman from Benilde. To mention, great turnout here tonight. Fans on both sides, and there's a fastball that's fouled back off the grandstand netting. 0-2 now for Porsche. Be nice to get a quick inning here for Carver. Sets and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Curveball on the outside edge. Gets a swinging strike three. Porsche frustrated. 7th strikeout of the night for Miller. And Chaska's out of the 6th inning as we head, out of the top half of the 6th as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Chaska still leads 6-2. We'll be right back here on CHBN.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder. My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
Back here for the bottom half of the 6th. 6-2 Hawks lead. Riley Killian digging in for Chaska, leading this inning off against Andy Johnson, the righty from Benilde. Here's the pitch. That one missed up and caught nothing as it headed straight back to the grandstand. 1-0 on that high fastball up over the umpire's head. The 1-0 pitch. Johnson caught the edge there. Chaska's dugout didn't love it. Little chatter from the Hawks dugout. Kelly gathers himself. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That was a fastball low in the dirt. Monk with a little half trip out to the hill there, talking with Johnson about pitch selection there. Might have been a little miscommunication. 2-1 though to Killian. Here's the pitch. That one missed up and away. Johnson maybe overthrown a little bit here on the hill as it's 3-1 now to Killian. Killy's got 2 hits on the night, and he just earned himself a 3rd trip on the bases with a walk. He had a single in his first at-bat, followed it with a double, and now he earned himself a walk.
Designated hitter, Matthew Magnuson.
Brings up Matthew Magnuson. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, though, with Killy, extra speed here, so be careful of him on the base pass. I wouldn't be shocked if we see him take off here. Extra step. And curveball missed up and in. Killy stays home for the time being. So 1-0 now to Magnuson. Johnson throws back over to first. Killy dives back in. No tag applied. He beat it there. So 1-0 now to Magnuson. The second in time, but a little wide. Killian's got himself a steal. Riley Killian, great night so far. 3 for 3 with reaching the bases. He does have an extra base hit as well. Now a steal. Killian at second, nobody out. Magnuson digging in. He had a double in his last at-bat, a deep drive to left center field that just barely one-hopped the wall. Takes that one in for a strike, 2-1. any other night, I'd say Magnuson's last at-bat probably would have been out, but with the wind blowing in, it kept it in here. And the 2-1 pitch is in for a strike, fastball, 2-2. Johnson working quickly, peeks back at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball foul tip. Catcher unable to handle it. Magnuson's got life. Still 2-2 here. Killian with a modest lead at second. And that one misses low and away in the dirt. Monk does a good job of smothering it, keeping Killian from advancing. He wants to go have a little conversation with Johnson out on the hill. Quick visit. He just told him to settle down a little bit, give him a pat on the backside. Said, you got this. It's a full count now for Magnuson. Three-two, peeks back at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball in for a strike. Magnuson swing and a miss. Unable to catch up with the high heat.
The left fielder, Carson Atterbury.
5 strikeouts now for Benilde. First by Johnson, brings up Carson Atterbury. Atterbury 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a couple runs scored. Hacks at a fastball that was just outside of the zone, tapped it down foul. 0-1 now for Atterbury. Infield staying deep. Johnson sets, and here's the 0-1 delivery. Big swing and a miss from Atterbury, looking to pull that one out of the park. 0-2 now for Carson. Gonna pull his head out there a little bit. So 0-2, Johnson gets his pitch, peeks at Killy, and delivers. That one misses on the outside edge. Johnson thought he had it. Four-seamer, a little too much tail, just missed the plate. 1-2 now, Carson. Carson's 2 brothers, Bam Bam and Caden, on the lacrosse team for the Hawks. 1-2 pitch from Johnson. That one's fouled or hit up in the air. Drifting into foul territory down the left-hand side. And Atterbury will be retired on the fly out. Killian unable to advance as that one just drifted a little bit left at third base. So we'll get another Rome Team real estate visit to the mound. If you're going to visit anywhere, visit www.rometeam at Edina Realty. It's www.rometeam.com. Rometeamrealestate.com, excuse me. Got to get my ad reads right here. Little discussion on the mound. Doesn't look like we're going to get a pitching change. Nobody up in the bullpen for the Red Knights. Steinhoff's still up for the Hawks. Would expect to probably see him here next inning. So 6-2, Chaska down to their final out here in the bottom half of the 6th. Brings up leadoff hitter Carver Miller. Miller's got a double, a single, and a walk sandwich in between so far tonight. He's reached on all 3 trips. Chaska's bats have really woken up a little bit here today. I should say over the past week they've been good. 9 hits tonight, 6 runs. There's the pitch from Johnson, missed on the outside edge. 1-0 now for Miller. Standard depth for the infield. Killian with a fairly decent-sized lead at second. Johnson peeks at him, sets and delivers. That one missed in. Ooh, caught the inside edge. Miller not happy. Dugout not very happy either. Regardless, that evens the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball towards second. It's going to be handled and fired over to Porsche out first, and the Hawks are retired here in the 6th. So after that Miller ground out, we head into the top half of the 7th inning. Chaska leading 6-2. We'll be right back here for the final on CHBN.
Schramm House, overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
As a fly, smaller name horizon, but there's so many rifles, my son's in a body that can take half of those bodies and make a block. I'm on top of the deck, just to look a giant dead in his eye. I break, I fall, I crawl. I carry so much weight that you'll probably never believe it. I fade, I fall, stand tall. Some dream of greatness while others stay awake to achieve it. Been the rain through my era, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Cuzzy's Brick House in Chaska is the ideal spot to meet up with family and friends for great food. Watch the big game on 13 HD TVs. Extensive menu features wood fire pizza, chops, ribs, steak, pasta, charbroiled burgers, sandwiches, daily specials, full breakfast menu on the weekend, and country cooking. Cuzzy's Brick House is perfect for large groups, sports teams, or special occasions. Visit Cuzzies.com or join us at Cuzzy's Brick House on Old Highway 212 in Chaska.
Back here for the top half of the 7th inning. Carver Miller answers the bell here after that quick inning last in the 6th. He's in for a strike there with a little cutter curve. 0-1 count now. And there's a fastball that missed up in the zone. Looks like we got a pitch hitter here for the Red Knights, number 24. Let's see who that is. It's going to be Connor Armand. Excuse me, he's not a pitch hitter. Armand's been playing third base, all day. There's that fastball missed. 2-1 now for Armand. It's a 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled down the right field line. It's going to be out of play. So 2-2 now for Miller to Armand. Steinhoff still getting ready here for the Hawks. Miller probably nearing his pitch total amount that the coaching staff feels comfortable with. A little curveball missed low. So 3-2 to Armand. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball lined into right field. Handled by Killian. He's going to make a throw to first. He fires, and not quite in time. Almost throw out by Killian out in right field. But Armand's able to scamper down to first just in time to beat it out. Good effort there by Killian. Little Sinai single there by Armand. Brings up Ben Thompson, the 9-hitter for the Red Knights. Looks like we got a pitch runner as well. Go back to my program. Owen Plord, number 21, running now for the Red Knights. Steinhoff appears to be ready in the bullpen if necessary. A little bit of delay here as we get the change. Plord gets a decent lead. Miller sets and delivers. Good late action curveball there, in for a strike on the outside half of the plate. 0-1 now for Thompson. Sets and delivers. There's the 0-1 pitch. In for a strike. Snap throw down to first. Good job there by McNaughton. Not quite in time. Benson did apply the tag. Plord dove back in head first. Got underneath it. Good job there by McNaughton, giving him a little something extra to think about. So Thompson digging in. Miller working from the stretch. 1-1. Peaks at first and delivers. Little baby curveball there on the outside edge, in for a strike. 1-2 now. Here's the delivery. Curveball tap back to Miller. He's going to turn it, fire it to Foss. Foss gets the out at second, fires it over to first. Not quite in time as Thompson scampers down to first and beats that one out, but the Hawks do get an out on the fielder's choice. One down here. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Yep. So here comes Steinoff in from the bullpen. Heck of a job there by Carver Miller. He goes 6 in the third. Allows 2 runs, none earned, giving up 6 hits on 7 strikeouts. That brings in Steinoff, the lengthy lefty, who had a heck of a night on Friday, went 5 innings, a shutout ball. So we're going to take a short break and step away here as Steinoff gets ready. We'll be right back here for the conclusion down at Athletic Park on CHBN. Chaska leads 6-2 over Benilde St. Margaret's.
Bank Vista has hit it out of the park while helping small businesses. Bank Vista is honored to share they have been named Minnesota SBA Leader of the Year for 5 years running. In those 5 years, they have helped hundreds of businesses, resulting in thousands of local jobs and economic growth. Bank smart, bank local, Bank Vista. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter of the Rome team with Edina Realty. I'm here today with the Chaska varsity baseball captains because the Rome team is again sponsoring the baseball season. I thought you might want to meet the captains, so let's meet them now.
I'm Nolan Kemp, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder. My name's Carver Miller, and I'm a pitcher and outfielder.
My name's Henry Bushy, and I'm a shortstop and third baseman.
My name's Drew Benson, and I play first base.
Like the Chaska baseball program, the Rome team is rooted in the community and a tradition of excellence. We wish the team a great season and all the best. Soar Hawks.
Schramm House overlooks downtown Chaska and Athletic Park with a variety of indoor and outdoor seating with food and drink. Stop by before or after the game. They have an on-site kitchen with pizzas, Bavarian pretzels, and other delicious food. They're also the perfect venue for your next business or family event. That's Schramm House in Chaska.
Back here on CHBN. Steinoff ready now for the Hawks as he looks to close this off or out. He's facing off against Caleb Koski, leadoff hitter for Benilde and starting pitcher tonight. Koski's got a hit and a walk as well as a ground out to third. Takes that one up and away for a ball. 1-0 now. Steinoff peeks at first. Slide step delivery. That one missed up in the zone. 2-0 for Koski. Steinoff gets his pitch. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Koski scored the bunt, pulled it back, and then that one's in for a strike. 2-1 now with one out. That brings in Bushy a little bit in the third base area. Be playing almost even with the bag now after that bunt attempt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch, missed up. Fastball, 3-1 now.
We go ones.
Koski, the sophomore for the Red Knights, I mentioned, son of Corey Koski, longtime Twins great. Steinoff gets his pitch and delivers. That one missed wide. Snuck past McNaughton, but it was a walk anyways. No harm, no foul. So Koski is aboard with the second walk of the night. And that brings up Easton Brayfogle. Brayfogle 0 for 3 with 3 Ks so far tonight, but we know he's dangerous. Heading to Arizona next year to play ball. Made a couple nice plays out in center field. Steinoff, of course, heading to Iowa to go play 2-year ball. That one missed up and away. Little chatter now from the Red Knights dugout. Down to their last couple outs, trying to fire things up a little bit. 1-0 for Brayfogle. Runners on first and second. Steinoff peeks at second and delivers. Check swing in for a strike, evening the count at 1. Steinhoff working quickly now. 1-1, here we go. That one missed up and in, almost caught Brayfogle in the shoulder area. A little change up, now it's 2-1. I mentioned Steinhoff coming off his best start as a Hawk. In 5 innings, struck out 8 Friday night. The fastball up and over the zone. Brayfogle took a hack at it, wasn't able to get it. 2-2 now. Steiner peeks at first, sets and delivers. Fastball caught the outside edge. Brayfogle sits down for the 4th time tonight. Gold sombrero for the center fielder for Benilde.
Ben James.
Brings up Ben James, so Red Knights down to their last out. James reached on air in his first at-bat, then grounded out to short and struck out in his last one. So first K for Steinhoff, the 8th of the night for the Hawks. Steinhoff gets his pitch, working from the stretch, sets and delivers. Fastball foul tip, handled by McNaughton, in for a strike. 0-1 count out of the shortstop, James. Outfield shifted a little bit to the right, and there's a foul straight back into the grandstand. 0-2 now.
Let's go, meet.
Steinhoff, typically a fairly animated pitcher. Let's see if he can get a big strikeout here. He'll be happy. Steps off the mound, looking for a new call from McNaughton. Finally gets his pitch. Peeks at 2. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Off speed, just missed. Thought he might have had the outside edge there on that changeup. 1-2 now for James. Slide step delivery. That one missed up and away. 2-2 now. Steinhoff, 6'9" lefty. 3/4 arm slot. Working primarily out of the stretch. He'll stay there. Likes to operate with a little slide step. Doesn't even peek at second, delivers. That ball is hammered into left field. Atterbury giving chase, not able to get to it. 2 hops and off the fence. 1 run will score. Second one rounding, and second run will score as Bushy catches the throw in from Atterbury. So the Hawks lead is cut in half now, 4-6. Runner on second for Benilde. Steinhoff still in there. McNaughton looked to be a little frustrated there. It looks like maybe caught a shoulder as the runner second runner scored.
Left fielder, Brady Yakish.
Well, regardless, Benilde's still down to their last out. Brady Yakish now the 4-hitter digging in. He does have a single on the day and a run scored. Struck out in his last plate appearance, also bounced out to second. Steinhoff sets. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In for a strike. Fastball. Nice pitch by Steinhoff to start it. James does have good speed at second. His run doesn't necessarily matter here in this one, though. The 0-1 delivery. Off speed. Yakish dives out of the way. 1-1 now. Big out here for Steiner. Don't want that tie and run to get on base. There's a nubber to second. Handled by Adam Hansen. He fires a strike over to Benson, and the Hawks have a W. Big time win here. Closed out by Steinhoff, led by Carver Miller. Went 6 in the third, 7 strikeouts. Probably player of the game, Nolan Kemp, with a big bomb in the first to tie the game up. Chaska got down 2-0 early in the first, and Kemper tied it up right after that. So 6-4, Chaska wins. Chaska 6 runs on 9 hits. They did have 2 errors. Benilde 4 runs on 7 hits, 0 errors. Chaska Hawks win, Soar Hawks. So we'll be right back here Thursday night on CHBN as Chaska does battle with New Prague. If you're paying attention, though, and you want to go visit Waconia Wednesday night, the Hawks are visiting the Wildcats. So I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight on CHBN. I'm Mike Schmidt, of course, joined by my producer,